Your Dignity Memorial Funeral Home for burials, cremations, and pre-need is Curtis & Son Funeral Home. 256-245-4361, Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. Funeral service for Wallace Jackson McDonald, age 63, is this morning at 11 a.m. at Curtis & Son North, with the Reverend Keith Dennis officiating. Burial in the Marble City Cemetery. Online condolences at curtisonfh.com. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Ralph Harold Hubbard, age 82, died November 27th at UAB in Birmingham. Funeral service 11 a.m. Saturday, December 3rd at First Baptist Church in Sylacauga, with Dr. Larry Morrison officiating. Burial in the Hephzibah Cemetery. The family will receive friends Friday night from 6 until 8 at Ursary Funeral Home in Talladega. Online condolences at ursaryfuneralhome.com. Ursary Funeral Home in Talladega in charge of the arrangements. Funeral service for Betty L. Landers, known as Momo, age 84, is this morning at 11 from the chapel of Radley Smith Funeral Home, with Chaplain Mark Ledbetter, Reverends Jeff Harris, Brother Wayne McDaniel, and Reverend Heath Webb officiating. Burial in the Evergreen Cemetery. Mrs. Landers died Saturday, November 26 at her residence. She was a member of the First Free Will Baptist Church. Memorial messages can be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home in Sylacauga directing. Memorial service for Steve Hammonds, age 51 of Sylacauga, will be Wednesday at 4:30 from Radley Smith Funeral Home Chapel. Mr. Hammonds died November 25th at Grandview Medical Center. Visitation Wednesday afternoon, 3 till 4:30 at the funeral home. Memorial messages can be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home directing. Mrs. Estine Bradford, age 89, died November 28th in Harpersville Community Funeral Home, Sylacauga, announcing. Funeral service for James Monroe J.M. Cook, age 89, is 11 o'clock Wednesday at Terry's Mortuary Chapel in Talladega. The Reverend Flora Alexander officiating. Interment in the Green Hill Memorial Gardens. Online condolences at terrysmortuary.com. Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary directing. Funeral service for Ida Nell Truss Gaddis, age 68, will be 1 o'clock Wednesday at Macedonia Baptist Church, with the Reverend Dante Whitaker officiating, along with the Reverend Richard Cochran. Interment in the Macedonia Lawson Cemetery. The body will lie in state at the church 1 hour prior to the service. Online condolences at terrysmortuary.com. Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary directing. Mr. James O'Neill, age 78, died November 26 in Sylacauga Community Funeral Home, announcing. And funeral service for Ms. Elaine J. Bentz, age 91 of Alexander City, will be Wednesday at 11 a.m. from the chapel of Radley Funeral Home. Brother Benny Yates officiating. Burial in the Davidston Baptist Church Cemetery. The family receiving friends Wednesday 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. at the funeral home. Ms. Bentz died Sunday, November 27th at Chapman's Healthcare. Radley Funeral Home in Alexander City in charge of the arrangements. This obituary report presented by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. 256-245-4361. Your Dignity Memorial Funeral Home for pre-need, burials, and cremations is Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.